Uh, we live in a country
Yeah.
of great faiths. You are part of a creative space that very often expresses stories through faith. You're a committed rationalist. You know, if we see the finiteness of faith, would you accept that there's a finiteness to just reason as well?
First of all, I think before starting any discussion, one should always decide on the meaning of words. Maybe you mean something by faith and I am understanding something else. What is faith? And what is the difference between faith and belief? I believe I am in Goa. I believe there is a place called North Pole. I believe that Ethiopia is a poor country. I believe that Germany is a rich country. Is it my faith? Why it is not my faith? I'll tell you why it is not my faith and why it is my belief, because it is reasonable. Anything, any belief which is devoid of logic, reason, rational, evidence, witness, that is faith. Anything which is devoid of all the logic, all the reason, all the ration, all the witness, all the evidence, that is faith. And I really wondered what is the difference between faith and stupidity, because stupidity has the same definition. I am willing to accept belief, but it has to have some rationale, some reason. If you don't have any, you disarm me from reason, logic. Now, when you say that whatever a mind is accumulated, my body is accumulated, that is not me. It is like saying that as long as you can peel the onion, you are not finding the onion. These skins are the onion. This accumulation is me. If you eradicate this accumulation, I don't exist. That's all.
Another function of faith is, you know, in its refined form, not as religion, not as public religion, but as faith, can sometimes be the impulse for also the most noble of human endeavor, whether it's in art.
There is no doubt about it. The faith can make you do wonderful things, and the worst thing possible. These suicide bombers are people of faith. If they would have been reasonable, they wouldn't have done that.
But equally, Javed sir.
So, faith is a blind power. Faith paralyzes your mind. And now you are capable of doing something exceptionally good and something exceptionally bad, but you are out of control. You can go either way.
What about the ultra-rationalists, the communists, the Stalinist regimes?
No, they are not rationalists. They are communists. They have faith. They believe in communism. I am not only against religion or spiritualism, which is the debris of religion. I am against faith. If communism is your faith, then you are as bad as a religious person.
That's well put, sir. So what do you live with then? If you don't live with a belief system, what do you live with? You know, you're talking of extremities, but
how about common sense? Will it do?
It'll do for the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to come back, Javed sir, with a scientific question for you, which is about stories. Human beings need stories to live with. You know, we've met a lot of scientists, a lot of astrophysicists. Even in science, there is the idea of the story. I don't know much about it, and if you question me too much, I'll falter. But, you know, the universe, Professor Ganesan was telling us that we understand only 5% of the universe. There's 95% we don't understand. And we both met Richard Dawkins in Jaipur earlier this year. And he was suggesting that outside of this universe, there could be multiverses. Now, that is not something we know. It is a belief in something that is...
No, it is not a belief. It is a guess. Maybe, maybe not.
No, it's a story you live with. Why can't we live with other stories in the meantime, which give people a sense of certitude in their life, a sense of solace?
Nick, you see, what is the problem? That as long as you have curiosity, as he said very rightly, and I totally agree with him, that you should be humble enough to accept that there are many things that you don't know. And only then you will search. What is wrong with religions? That they know everything. They can tell you how to make a universe in 4 easy lessons. They will tell you where you were before you were born, and where will you go after your death, and so on. So they have all the answers. That is the problem.
You know, that at every point in history, the limits of reality has been pushed by those who imagine or have faith in something that doesn't yet exist.
Not at all. Not at all. First of all, let's not, the first thing a spiritualist will do, will try to shake your confidence in the 5 senses that you have. Only then he can control you. Now, if you think that you will believe on any other thing, then take a person, do an operation on him, disconnect him with his brain, and then let us see how he expands his personality. Whatever expansion happens in your mind. And you cannot undermine it. And whoever suggests that that is to be undermined is playing a very dangerous game with you. Because then you will not have any discretion. How will you decide whether whatever he's saying is right or wrong? And whatever he's saying, he's using his brain. He doesn't want you to use your brain. From where this thought has come? Has it come from where it has come? It has come from the mind. Even if you think that the mind is not everything, that too has come from the mind. If you don't trust mind, how do you trust this thought?
Okay.
But Javed Sahab,
Yeah.
You said the 5 senses. As a writer, as an artist, as a human being,
Yeah.
don't you sometimes have a 6th sense about something?
No, please understand. You see, there are, like between countries, there are no man lands. Between India and Pakistan, between India and China, there are no man land. Same way, between your subconscious and between your conscious mind, there is a no man land. And what happens that if you rely only on your current thinking, on your mind and brain is also like a house. Your mind, your conscious mind is your living room. But then you have other rooms, you have attics, you have bedrooms, you have basements within your brain. When you relax and you allow the other part of your mind to take over, then your conscious mind and your subconscious, they work together in partnership. And ultimately, something comes which comes from you, comes from your mind, but from that part of mind which more often than not you are not using. That's all. But it is the mind, ultimately.
That by and large, what Javed Sahab was saying earlier, is that with the following of a guru, even if the guru doesn't want it, there is a giving up of oneself. There's a subjugation of one's own thinking to a guru, and that takes people sometimes to very dark places. You know, you're willing to kill for a guru, you may not be willing to kill for the film star.
But they do.
They don't.
They do. You come in Tamil Nadu and see people will kill for the film star.
My bad.
I need you
I
to
think
argue.
you are
No, I'm
being,
not finished,
You are being unfair. On this point, I'm on his side.
Oh my God, okay.
I'll tell you why. You know, if a film star is successful and is having a wonderful time, you don't resent. If a rock star is having a wonderful time and is doing good in his vocation, in his profession, you don't resent. If a guru is doing good in his profession and is having a good time, why should you resent? You should not.
Definitely, what's your problem?
Sure.
Now this is the
I don't
operation
see-
of rationality.
Huh?
The equation should hold
But
good.
let them have good time.
Javed Sahab, you wanted to say something?
I really find it highly amusing. It's very interesting that it is in religion, it is in spirituality. The moment they find something in science which is compatible, they start respecting science. They say, look, now even the science has accepted it. But the moment science is opposing them, then it is not credible at all. And it is the history. There was a question which I missed that time, that we have to understand through spiritualism that why we are in this universe. What are we doing here? Why have we come here? I don't want to comment about anybody else's presence. But Guruji, I know why I'm in this universe, and the reason is unprintable.
And the reason is?
Unprintable.
Unprintable.
It is a pompous question that why I am in this universe. It is a pompous question what I am doing here. Have you ever thought of a mosquito? Why this mosquito is here in this world? Why this cockroach is here? There is, as far as life quality is concerned, there is no difference between a rodent and a human being, between a mosquito and a human being. The only difference is the mind.